gosh, I mean, my whole body is in so much pain. I do not feel good at all. Oh, definitely dealing with the flu or bug that's going around for sure. My voice is all messed up and congested. I feel like somebody hit me with a Mack truck for real. But I wanted to pop on here just because I know that my video didn't turn out super good, but I'm so sick right now. I'm hoping you'll forgive me that it's not in the best format and it did jump formats, and I literally have no energy right now. So I was like, okay, we're just going to put this out because we haven't done an update. We locked the videos. I wanted people to understand why the videos were locked and, what had happened. So, yeah, I was kind of in a bit of a rush to put it up in the first place. My voice is super, super bad. Oh, I'm so glad my son's gonna come tonight and help me with garbage. Thank you. Oh, so yeah, my whole body is just like, oh my gosh. But I really did not want you guys to just think that I left you hanging or, you know, put myself out there to ask some of those hard questions about my back pain and needing help and stuff. And then just was just gone, MIA gone. So I'm hoping that you guys understand that due to me wanting to solidify a position that will give me the option to pay for the surgery that I need in order to keep pushing forward for the next 50 years, I definitely didn't want to jeopardize that opportunity by having that so public. And so I waited until um, a significant time had passed and um, oops, I wish you guys what had happened and just go over a bit of what I was going through. I mean, it was two options in my opinion. Keep pushing yourself and go forward, or stop and literally end up in a hospital and can't do anything. And I just didn't want to deal with the latter. So I decided to lock the videos and move forward in order to help myself to where I need to be and what I need to get done. So I'm sorry that some of you guys have been scammed and duped and lied to and fallen for it and stuff, but that's surely, certainly not my situation. But there's only so much that one can do and ask for help from. I literally asked the entire world. I literally asked for help from friends, acquaintances, church people, bosses, coworkers, anybody who I had had any contact with. I literally begged and asked for any and every kind of help. And I got a lot of crickets. So in order to continue helping myself, I had to turn those videos off in order to solidify getting something that will enable me to help myself. I could not do that without um, having those up and running. So, oh man, my throat is just killing me. My head is killing me, my body, my back, my everything. I feel like been ran over by a truck. It's really, really, really bad. And spitting up phlegm and getting rid of all the grossness just to try to get rid of this sickness. Oh, but I have not been sick in decades for real. Like, this is really, really bad sickness. I probably have to wear a mask and stuff when I go back to work on Monday. So I'm sorry for the video format. I'm really not feeling well enough to want to even fix it. I was just like, let's just get the update out so that you guys know what I'm dealing with, why I chose to do what I did, and just a bit of an explanation. I mean, how can you ask the world for help and then not be honest about what you're dealing with and what you're going through? So Sorry that it went a little sideways, but I had to take them down so that I could secure and solidify being able to help myself. Because, asking for help from the world wasn't working. And it was pretty disheartening, actually, to see people get lied to and scammed from and not even bother to be honest with their viewers and collect money from them. That's just heart wrenching to see that people get away with doing crap like that. And it ends up affecting the good ones who are honest and who are upfront. I can't be any more honest than showing all my medical documents. There's like, how much more honest can you get? So, in order to help myself, I definitely had to make sure that I could do that. And if I had those videos up, it it ran the risk of me not getting the job at all. And I wasn't prepared to lose the job in order to not be able to help myself, because that would have really put me in a pickle. So, this video is sponsored by Monster. I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from. I hope that you have a heart for what's going on. My entire life flipped upside down after living more than a decade out in Portage La Prairie and helping the homeowner who did not know how to get rid of the tenants that he had let into the house. And he was pretty sick and tired after 4 years of crap from them, kicking in doors and fighting and using the hallways as bathrooms and fighting zones and weapons and drugs and alcohol, ripping the mailboxes open and stealing people's mail, um, literally destroying the house, ripping into the walls to find copper, but the house was so old it wasn't built with any copper, so it was just a huge freaking mess. And the homeowner was like 80, 85-ish or something like that. So as far as having any knowledge or expertise on how to go through the route of residential tenancy branch, what to do to file, what to do to collect evidence, how to serve the tenants and go through the procedure and the hearing. It was something that was just out of his realm of knowledge and expertise, but it was something that I knew how to do, and that's why I offered to help him. But I offered to help him not for free. And so, yes, I got reduction of rent, but then he turned around and took all the help from me and turned around and just basically shat all over me um, for helping him. Like, really, that's kind of essentially what happened. He took all the help for free. And then once he had everything cleaned up and helped, he was like, actually, he decided it was too much for him, that he couldn't do it anymore. And so he sold the house, and the new owners came in, and they were the ones that didn't want the old tenants there anymore. But there was already Manitoba health orders on the house, so there was no renting allowed to even happen at all, because he had let that house go so much. He had not done repairs properly. He had not combated the molding issues in many of the suites. He basically was running the house as a slumlord. If you had money, if you came to him with money, he'd give you the keys. He didn't have contracts. He didn't have leasing agreements. He didn't have any kind of paperwork. He didn't do any kind of background checks. He basically was a slumlord. And he just let in whoever the hell had enough money to get in. And that's how he ended up in the predicament of fire alarms being pulled every single night, 3, 4 times a night. And the mass amount of destruction that was happening and theft that was happening from not only his house, but all the rest of the tenants that lived there as well. So it was quite the mess, and my whole life got flipped upside down as I was offering to help this guy. And then he ends up turning around and turning on me. So yeah, I was just kind of done with it all after he did that. I didn't want to help him anymore. I didn't want to live there anymore. I didn't care about the free rent anymore. I was like, it was too much when you take so much from someone and then you turn around and you stab them in the back. Like it was crazy. I can't imagine that he's gonna get any kind of good karma for what he did. I'm so sorry for my throat, you guys. I'm so sick. But yeah, he made his choices. I made mine based on his. It was very much a shit show, you know, and I worked my ass off through it all, literally laying on the floor, crying in tears and stuff because of the work that I was doing. But on top of the back pain that I was dealing with and still deal with, it was insane. Like there were days that I was literally like crippled and could not freaking walk. I was that bad because I'm scrubbing off graffiti and painting and doing all kinds of labor work with the back pain on top of it. Mind you, I didn't have like the best back brace either, which probably contributed to some of that pain, additional pain. But it's, you know, there's nothing else I can do except continue to push forward because giving up is just not an option for me. I've never been a giver upper. Um, so I'm going to keep pushing forward to get to where I need to be in order to get the surgery that I need. But everything that ended up happening, Portage, with that homeowner was absolutely ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But I figured that you guys were owed a bit better of a video and a bit more of explanation. It's still going to maintain being a good person and helping other people, but there's only so much one can take when you're in that kind of situation, especially with a homeowner that doesn't really care. You know, no contractors, no help whatsoever, no professional repairs and professional work. He really went out of his way to just band-aid situations and not do anything properly. And when you do that for 25, 30, 40 years, you end up with quite a mess of a situation. The house is literally falling apart. I'd be surprised um, to see if that house actually ends up being up and running again, especially with the Manitoba Health orders that were put onto the home. There was no renting that was even allowed to happen, you know, despite the cleanup that we were doing or that I was doing, because the only cleanup that he did personally was the front steps. Everything else on the inside of the home was all done by me. And I'm telling you, it was backbreaking. It was crazy. I thought about documenting it and I did put up some videos about it, but I just wasn't sure. I've never been one to like pity, you know, and it was pretty pitiful. So it would have been really hard to try to be positive and put out a good video with everything that was going on, especially if you knew the backstory of it. I mean, it was literally pitiful. So I guess for me, I was just like, okay, we're just gonna push through. We're gonna power through. We're gonna get this done, and you know, we're gonna do it without the whole world watching, kind of thing. But maybe you guys would have liked that. I don't know. You'll have to tell me in the comment section if you would have rathered that I showed all of those hard moments and all of that destruction. I still have all the pictures. I still have all the videos. I still have all the mass change that I contributed to. You know, that's what I went to the hearing with my evidence because there was just no way that I wasn't going to keep track of all the crap that I was cleaning up behind this man. Um, but nor was I fully qualified to be doing some of that stuff. But, you know, it, uh, it had to get done. Somebody had to do it. And I seemed to be the only one that was stepping up. So I tried, but in the end, I ended up losing my entire home and losing so many things. Definitely lost some respect for the town and the people. You know, it would have been nice to have some support, but whatever. That's sort of the story of my life with supports. But I was really, really flabbergasted at some of the lack of care that had gone on for the extended period of time it had gone on for. You know, how long can you be a slumlord for? How long can you bandy the same thing before things are just literally falling apart, right? So I tried, but in the end, it was time to go. And so I ended up back at home in my hometown where I've been born and raised. And I'm quite happy now. I'm with an amazing company who cares a lot, who sends contractors, who helps with repairs, who does things with professionals, who actually shows that they are. I've always been that kind of person, right? Actions speak louder than words. So you can say one thing, but if you don't back it up with the actions, your words are kind of shit, right? They're crap. They're nothing. They're empty. And so for me, when I say something, I do it. And that's what I was doing for this homeowner. It's fine though, I'm in a better place now. I'm happier now. I am much better now than I was before. So I'm not going to let it get me down. It was definitely a learning experience. Let me get my hair up off of my face here, you guys. It was definitely a learning experience. One that I never want to go through again, but that gave me a ton of it gave me a ton of freaking experience. It gave me a ton of, you know, things to put under my belt kind of thing. So I am happy the way it worked out. I'm so sorry I'm sick, you guys. I am super, super sick. But my son's gonna come over and help me with the garbages, thank goodness. 'Cause it's just they're so heavy. Oh my gosh. And we're just gonna keep pushing forward because that's what I do. I'm a survivor. I've been a survivor my whole life. So we're not gonna stop now. So I hope that this video update, in conjunction with the other one that's all wonky and the feed is off and the picture got flipped and the video sound is off, whatever. I hope this one helps to kind of add to what I was saying and doing. It's unfortunate that things ended up the way that they did. To lose your home is really, really hard. You built a life there and stuff. It's your oasis, your space and place. But people were violating my space and place left, right, and center there. Um, you know, as I told you guys, the neighbor was literally coming into my house, and yeah, there was all kinds of stuff that was happening. Things of my inventory and my personal belongings that were getting cut into and ripped, and my cat was being hurt while I was not home. All kinds of crap was going on that I can't even begin to list it all off to you guys, but I knew what was happening. Um, and I knew it the whole time. It's just really sad that some people act like that. But karma's a bitch, and those people aren't going to be blessed. They are going to be dealing with trials and tribulations far more severe than any of mine based on their actions, in my opinion. But that's just me. So, anyways, folks, I hope that this video update helps you, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Bye for now. I'll see you again soon for another true story. Stay tuned.